Have you ever wanted to create clean UI animations like these? Do your animations still feel boring? What if you could learn all three in just a few minutes? Let's get started.
First, create a new composition. Set the resolution to 1920 by 1080p, the frame rate to 30 FPS, and the duration to 3 seconds. Create a new solid layer for the background. Now duplicate the layer and apply the grid effect to it. You can use this slider to adjust the size. Then change the color to gold. Now select the layer and pre-compose it. Make sure to choose the second option in the pre-compose window. With the layer selected, use the rectangle tool to create a mask. Then increase the mask feather slightly to soften the edges. Finally, set the opacity to 50%. Next, create two rectangles, one vertical and one horizontal. Align both shapes to the center, then move the anchor point to the center of each layer. Open the rectangle path properties, then add a scale keyframe. Repeat the same steps for the second layer. Now, select the keyframes on both layers and apply Easy Ease with an influence of 70%. Duplicate the top layer. Then copy the path from the other shape layer and paste it onto this layer. Make sure to click on an empty area in the timeline first before pasting. Finally, apply the Wiggle Paths operator to this layer. Import your image, then parent it to this layer. And that's it. Your animation is complete. Now, create a new composition. Set the resolution to 1920 by 1080p, the frame rate to 30 FPS, and the duration to 10 seconds. Create a circle using the ellipse tool. Then add the Wiggle Paths operator to the shape. Now, change the values to match these settings. soften the shape, apply the fast box blur effect. Now, duplicate the layer. You can make the shape color a little darker. Create a shape for the search bar. Add a stroke to the shape. Move the playhead to 1 second, then add position
Now, fine-tune the keyframes to make the icon animation look smooth and natural. Select the text tool and type your text. Next, we need to mask the text. As the search icon moves, we want the text to be revealed. To do that, create a shape layer and use it as a track mat for the text. Finally, trim everything before this point, since we don't need it anymore. Now, create a null object
and parent both layers to it. Move the playhead to seconds, then add position and scale keyframes to the null. Also, parent this layer to the null object. Move forward one frame, then adjust the scale and position. Go forward another second, and once the search icon finishes its movement, set the final position keyframe. And that's it. Your search bar animation is complete. Now, let's move on to the third animation, a modern design animation. First, create a new composition. Set the resolution to 1920 by 1080, the frame rate to 30 FPS, and the duration to 5 seconds. Next, import all of your images into the project. Let's prepare the images first. Create a solid layer for the background and set its color to green. Create a null object, then parent all of your image layers to it one by one for order. First, divide 360 by the number of your images. For example, I have 8 images, so 360 divided by 8 equals 45 degrees. Now, rotate the null object by 45 degrees. Repeat the same process for each image. Parent it to the null, then rotate the null another 45 degrees until all the images are arranged. At 0 seconds, set the rotation of every image to 0 degrees. Then, at 2 seconds, add a rotation keyframe with a value of -1 degree to every image. Select all the keyframes and press F9 to apply Easy Ease. Right-click the keyframes, open Keyframe Velocity, and set the influence to 60%. Enable 3D for all the image layers. Now, switch the view to 2 views so you can see the scene from 2 angles. Move the layers forward and backward on the Z-axis to create depth. Finally, add position and Y rotation keyframes to the Null object to create a smooth camera-like movement. Apply easy ease to those keyframes as well, and set the keyframe velocity influence to 60%. And that's it. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll be happy to answer them.